Hello, my name's Diane Marsh. I'm one of the quantity surveyors at Liverpool John Moores, and today I want to talk to you about attaching schedules to Revit models. In particular, we're looking at the house model that is the example being used in the BIM workshop over the next 2 days. So the first thing you need to do is to open up your model. The model that you will have been given on the memory stick is the one that you all need to use, and ensure that you only do the finishing schedule once the extension has been completed. You can see here on this one we've actually produced an extension onto the rear of the house. Currently we've produced a finishing schedule for the existing house. What you'll be doing is you will be identifying the type of finishes in your extension, and you'll be pricing them to come up with a total cost for the finishings throughout the house itself. So in order to do that, the first thing you need to do is to go into Analyse, then click on Reports, and then Schedule Quantities. Now what we're trying to do is to produce the schedule by room. So the first thing we need to do is to find rooms in the category list. Okay, so we click on rooms, and this is the new construction. So we click on new construction, and then we OK that. Now this screen actually shows us the schedule properties. So what do we want to include in our schedule? Well, the first thing we need to include, if we consider producing a wall finishing schedule, the first thing we need to look at is the cost per metre squared. Then you'll need the floor to ceiling height for the wall, and then we'll need the perimeter, and that will give us the area. You also need in the schedule the name, so that will be the name of the room, the living room, dining room, bathroom, etc. Then you'll want to know what the wall finish is. Okay, so they're the kind of things that you need to consider. Now, in order to make sure that all of these appear on your schedule, we're going to work now, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you'll click on wall finish, add, click on perimeter, add, name, add, floor to ceiling height, add, cost per metre squared, add. And what we've now got is everything within the schedule to enable us to get a cost per room. But what we also want is to get the total cost. So if we go into add parameter, and we want to type in the total wall finish cost, the discipline is common. The type parameter, what we're trying to do is to measure the currency, so how much will it cost, and the group parameter comes within the identify data. You click OK, and then you've got the total wall finish cost there. Now we can actually get these in the order that we would like them to be in our schedule. So you usually start a schedule off by having the name of the room. Then you will have the type of finish, then you'll have the perimeter, floor to ceiling height, the cost per metre squared, and then the total wall finish. So I think we can OK that. I think that's how our schedule should look. So if we OK that, what we've now got is our room schedule. And you can actually adjust the title of this, and you can call this wall finish schedule. Okay, and you can see here we've got all the names of the rooms within the building, and then we've got this in column B, looks a bit like an Excel spreadsheet, is the specification. And if we look at the specification, you can see that 2 coats plaster skim is common. Some of them have wallpaper, some have ceramic tiles. Okay, and there are different costs associated with these. Now you can actually adjust these costs, and this is what I want you to look at carefully. I want you to get spons out and I want you to check these costs and adjust them if you feel that is necessary. Okay, so 2 coats plaster skim and wallpaper's 40. You've got to be consistent throughout. That's 40. If we look at ceramic wall tiles, that's obviously wrong because wall tiles are more expensive than wallpaper. That one should be 40 to be consistent. Ceramic wall tiles consistency again. We need 70 in there. Ceramic wall ties again, 70. Wallpaper 40, yes, ceramic wall ties 70. That's 70. That should be, that should be 40. Okay, if we move down, ceramic wall ties again, 70, and wallpaper 40. Now, let's check the specification because you'll need to adjust the specification because if you look at that one, for instance, ceramic wall ties in a porch, that's highly unusual, isn't it? So what you may want to do is to actually change that and have perhaps, you tend just to have emulsion paint in a porch, so emulsion paint. How much is emulsion paint? Well, it's going to be less than wallpaper. So if we say £35 a metre squared, right? And you'll go down those and check that you've got the right specification and then adjust that. Now what we need to do, we want to find out what the total cost of this is going to be. So what we need to do is to actually do the calculation where we multiply the floor to ceiling height by the perimeter times the cost per square metre. So if we go into calculate, what we're trying to find now is the total cost of wall finish. Right, it's common. The type there, we're trying to find currency, and currency is in pounds. And the formula that we want, we can find from in here. And we know it's the perimeter of the room times the floor to ceiling height, okay, that, times, and then it's the cost per metre squared, and we'll okay that. Now if I okay that, it'll say inconsistent units, and the reason for that is that the floor to ceiling height and the perimeter are in millimetres and the cost per metre squared is in pounds. So what we've got to try and do is to come up with a common unit. And the way we do this is to divide that by 1. Okay. So divide everything that's in millimetres by 1, and then that should enable us to be consistent. So there's our perimeter now. So we'll divide that by 1. Don't forget to put your brackets there. Okay, brackets are very important, aren't they, in formulas? Okay, and then if we okay that, can you see what we've now got? So we've got the total cost of the wall finish. So basically what it's done for us, it's multiplied that by that by that, and we can see how much it costs. What we now need to do is to find the overall total cost of the finishes for the whole of the building. So what we need to do is to present ourselves with a grand total. And the way we do this is that we go into the properties field, which is over here, and we go into fields edit, and then we go into sorting, and we click grand totals there. Then we go into formatting, and then we want our total cost of finishes. Okay, and we need to click on total cost of wall finish has gone there. Then we need to click on calculated totals, and then we need to OK that. And you can see now what we've actually got is the total there for the total cost of finishes for the wall finishes for the whole of the building to be £22,814.19. And that's for a total number of rooms of 13. Now what you need to be able to do is to do a floor finish and a ceiling finish in relation to the BIM model, and you'll carry out your completion of the schedules in exactly the same format that I have done today. Okay, thank you.